And so Italy! What? Shit. So great, Kat. You're even a little bit more lost than you thought you were. Great. The train station that we're going to, could that one get me to a place that I could get on a train that will get me to the Netherlands? Oh yeah, you should be fine. And I was like, alright, that's cool. I'm still feeling fairly calm. I'm not really panicked yet. So I go on the bus, and I'm like elbowing people, like giving out death glares. I'm on my guard because I'm traveling by myself in a foreign country. I have everything that I would ever need to travel with on my back. If anything gets stolen, I'm screwed, for one, because I will be out of money, and that has my passport in it, and my camera, and everything that I, remember Italy by, gifts from my parents and my sister. Just, it would be horrible. So I'm like super paranoid about everyone. A little kid could look at me the wrong way and be like, what, you trying to steal my— come at me, bro, you trying to steal my stuff? So I'm sitting on this bus. It's like a 30-minute bus ride into the next train station. Like, the airport was like way out in the middle of nowhere. So good call, Kat. Awesome. And so we pull up to the train station. So I'm like, there's a building right in front of me. I guess I'll just go into that one. So I walk right in. Cool, so there's somebody standing in front of me, so I'm already behind schedule, but no need to worry, it's fine, I don't need to stress about anything, it's not a big deal. So I wait in line, I walk up to him, and, do you speak English? No. You're kidding. No. Then this guy comes up to me, and he's just like, what do you need? I'm just like, awesome, cool, I need to get from here to the Netherlands. And he's just like, oh, well, you need to go in that building around the corner. It's, it's right there, you can just see it, but they will speak English in there. They don't speak English out here. And I was just like, oh, cool. I go across the train tracks, and I walk into the building, and I walk all the way down the hallways, and I find the informity sign. There are some sketchy people in this train station, by the way, so at some point I just turned my backpack around and started wearing it on my front just so I could, like, watch it. So I wait for the 3 people that are in front of me to finish buying their tickets in French, and I walk up to them, and I'm like, hi, do you speak English? And they're like, no, you have to go to that room around the corner. Great, cool. So I walk around the corner, and I wait in line again for like 3 people in front of me to get their stuff taken care of, and I walk up and I'm like, do you speak English? And she's just like, yeah, of course. And I need to get from here to Leiden Central. And she was just like, okay, no problem. So she pulls up a ticket and pulls up, I pay her, and she prints me out an itinerary. So I'm on my way. So I walk up to her, and she's printing this out, and she was just like, well, there's one that's leaving in 3 minutes. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool. I'll go get it. Just print it out, and I'll just run and find the thing really quick, because I'm already like 2 hours behind. And she's just like, no, you can wait an hour. You're fine. I was just like, so by this point, I'm pretty stressed out. I'm getting there. I'm getting pretty stressed out. I'm kind of regretting my decision to wing it. I'm tired. I'm really tired. And I'm a little panicked because I'm by myself in a train station and there are creepy people staring at me. And so what do? I eat at the Pizza Hut. Duh. It was the only place that was not. There weren't like any people in there, and so I was just like, I don't want to deal with anyone. I don't want to, and the guy that was working at the counter was really cute, so it's fine. So I paid my 60 cents to go to the bathroom, I ate some pizza, I read my book, and I was in a better mood by the time I got on the next train. Pull up to the platform, and I'm just like, asking people, okay, is this the one that's leaving at this time? Is this one going to this station? Just to make sure. Half the people don't speak English, half the people look at me like I'm crazy, but I am sure that I'm on the right train by the time I get on the train that pulls up. I pull into the next station, and I'm like, alright, I have 45 minutes to make this next connection. I'm not going to be behind schedule. I'm going to be just fine. Like, it's not a big deal. So I go downstairs, and I'm looking at the big charts in the train station, and none of them say Den Haag Centraal. Well, that's cool. That happens a lot. So I go into the informity place, and I'm just like, alright, hi, I need to get to The Hague, and I just don't know which platform to go on. And the first lady is just like, oh, you just need to get on one that's going to Amsterdam Centraal. It's at platform 3. And I was like, okay, cool, awesome. So I go up to the platform. I'm like chilling, reading my book, but for some reason it says like Thyrus. I think that's what it's. I asked the lady that's standing there with her husband, and was just like, hi, do you speak English? And they were like, little. I'm like, yeah, everybody speaks a little English, I get it. Is this the right train to go to Amsterdam Central? And they were like, well, yeah, but it's a high-speed train. Do you have the right kind of ticket? And I was just like, oh, well, I just have a regular ticket. And they can't get on it. You should probably wait for the next one. I was like, okay, so I figured there's one coming after it. Not a big deal. The high-speed train comes and it goes, but whenever it leaves, the board by the platform doesn't change, and it's supposed to change to say what train is coming next. And so it didn't change after like 5 minutes after the other one had left. And I don't want to be late, you know. I'm already late. I'm already tired. I'm already angry at the fact that I don't speak another language. There's this guy sitting next to me on the bench, and I'm just like, hey, do you speak English? And he's like, little. I'm like, great. Are you waiting for the train that's going to Amsterdam? And he was just like, no, I don't think so. And I was just like, first of all, why are you sitting here? Second of all, shit, I'm at the wrong platform. So I run downstairs. I go to a different information place, and I'm just like, hi, I'm looking. Oh, before, whenever she told me to go to platform 3, I went back out to look at the big board, and I couldn't find that one, so I was really confused. So I went to a different informity place. I just asked the same question. I was just like, I need to get to The Hague, which one should I get on? And they had directed me to the platform that I'd been at, and that was wrong. So I went to the second one that I'd been to. I go up, and there's 2 lines behind some desks, and then there's 2 women in the middle that are like talking to one another, but there's no line. I was just like, well, either they're not open or they're open and for some reason nobody's switching lines, but I'm gonna go check because there's no line and I don't want to waste time. And I'm like really frustrated at this point. I'm like to the point where like I'm nervous that I'm gonna start crying if I talk to them too much. I'm really regretting my decision not to get a ticket before I landed in Brussels. And I walk up to them and I'm just like standing there trying to look polite, trying not to cry, not think about my situation, because I'm still in Brussels. I am still in Belgium. I've been in Belgium for like 4 hours and I'm kind of tired of it. So my goal at this point is just to get into the Netherlands, and this is the longest train. It's going to be like a 2-hour train, and so I don't want to miss it because I don't know how many of them are running. So I'm like waiting for these ladies to stop talking, and they finally look over at me. And they start talking to me in French and waving and saying that they're not open, basically. And I was just like, oh, okay, that's fine. You're not open. That's fine. I'll just move on. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, you know, you could have said that before I stood in line trying not to cry for 3 minutes. Whatever, though. So I go behind this line where these 3 men are waiting to get their tickets to somewhere, and this guy is helping them, and he's being really, really nice and explaining everything, explaining what trains to get, explaining what platforms to go on, which is great for them, but I just need to ask a question that's going to take literally 3 seconds to answer. So I'm getting a little impatient. So I need to get to The Hague, and I've been told 2 different platforms, and one of them was wrong, I know for sure. Can you just tell me which platform to get to for the train that's leaving at 6:18? So he looks it up on his little computer, and he tells me which platform to go to, and he's super, super nice about it, which is awesome. As I walk away with the little paper in my hand, my little itinerary and my backpack on, I'm just like crying as I'm walking through this train station by myself in Europe. It was the saddest sight, I'm sure. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall, or like somebody orchestrating some sort of music, some sort of really pathetic music behind me as I was solemnly walking through this train station crying silently to myself. So I get on the right train, I take it into The Hague, and I even have enough time to get a cup of coffee before I get on the next one. I got home just fine, but it was a journey, to be sure. Part of it was my own fault, but I'm glad that I learned that I can wing it if I have to, and that I can travel by myself. I'm a big girl, and I can, you know, be on my guard and make sure I don't walk into bad situations. The whole trip was a really, really good experience, and I'm so grateful to Aunt Katie for letting me go with her. I ate some kick-ass food. I went to Italy, folks. I think I win pretty hard.